Now, hello! Welcome to this video. We are here to do a kind of postseason discussion before finals.
Okay. Hold on.
That's
This is
Mason
the
trying to
most
interrupt me.
terrible intro
Yup.
I think I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure I've seen 5-year-olds on the internet do a better intro than that.
Damn right.
There's like a
There's
like a 5-second pause between hello and another sentence,
Of course.
and I don't
Can
know
I
why.
all you
Just
to
say
get
something.
this over with?
This video is not us criticizing my intro. So, Mason just introduced himself, cutting me off. Say hi.
Hi, folks.
Then we got Shy, my buddy. He's doing Nuzlocke on his channel.
What's
Go
up?
subscribe.
Nope.
And then we got Ill Kid, who's gonna do videos for season 2, right?
Tis I, yeah. And it's Illinois kid, thank you. Could call me ill.
Fuck you.
I'm not sick.
Uh,
I feel very good, actually. I feel fine. I'm not ill.
are you sure?
Positive.
I think you're lying.
Very over the weather. Whoa. Okay, TP, why are we here?
We are here to discuss, like, just kind of an overview of the league before we go into finals and all that stuff. We still have one semifinals match, but that's okay.
Right, it's just pretty much we're pretty much just covering the regular season,
Yeah.
leaving playoffs kind of out of it.
So, how are we starting
but-
this? It was your idea.
Yes, it was. Hi.
So, how are we starting
Most
it?
people like kind of do this. It's kind of like a power ranking. So a lot of people do. A lot of leagues that are really like top tier and professional do this actually week for week. They start with talking about the drafts at week 0, and they go up, and they just do this week for week. And I figured we could just kind of give a overall season power ranking, and how everybody did. So first off, how do you guys think you did? Like, just on your own, like, how do you feel you did? I'll start with UTP since you're the king of Tros.
I think I played like shit, and somehow I made playoffs.
All right.
I'm not gonna deny that.
By
Very
somehow, I
insightful.
mean 2 people quit.
Oh gosh, it's starting great. Shy, yeah, you might have some stuff to say about your season. How do you think you did?
Okay, so in the beginning it was like 50-50. I played good, I played bad, and it went kind of back and forth. Then in the middle, I would like to say that I played pretty good. And now at the end, I'm just losing to the left and right.
You're good.
You
it's
made
okay, 'cause you're gonna win
playoffs,
your next
so-
match.
Still, I'm not that good. I'm not
This
like
is
you.
also your first league, so please, remember, you're doing okay.
Yeah.
And then I know Spike had a lot of growth in the season.
What are you talking about? Still trash tier.
I know Spike had a lot of growth in the
Hey,
season.
you got your
despite
first
what
win,
his
my
record
boy.
says. I still think Spike's a really good player. I just think he needs to get out of these memey VGC sets, and maybe he'll have a bit. I mean, his team is pretty threatening if you look at it. So I think he'll have a bit better of a season. Maybe next season, whenever he's had at least one under his belt. As for me, I feel I did pretty good. However, as
just
much
number
as I
1.
liked my draft, I always felt like every single week there was something on my opponent's team that just absolutely decimated me that I was terrified of. Like almost every week, I'm like, if he brings this, I lose. If he brings this, I lose. So I'm going to try to help balance my cores a bit more. Like my team is super ground weak, and I realized that about after the draft. So I'm going to try to analyze that a bit more and use it to my advantage next season, try to find a way to balance more synergy with my team.
Little kid hitting us with this intelligent conversation.
Yeah, let's go on to the fun stuff now. So, starting with Caleb. Caleb had an unfortunate situation where he quit very early. He's just, yeah. He quit about 3 games in, I believe, or was it like 4?
Something like that. I think J-Log
Yeah.
quit first.
Yeah, I agree.
So I can probably tell you when exactly he did by scrolling through replays, but I don't think I want to do that right now.
Yeah, I think it was the game after Shy, after his first loss. He was pretty done.
Okay,
But
when did
I really want to touch on.
Caleb
really
fought
want to
Shy
touch.
week 2, so that didn't happen.
Yeah, really want to touch on Caleb. So, how do you, with his team? I think he could have drafted better personally.
I like a lot of his picks. I don't. There's just some things that are just like, why?
Why Tapu Fini and Mega Altaria is really my thing.
Why
I don't think
Tapu
either of them have
Fini
very
and
much
Suicune?
synergy.
Why Ferrothorn and Chestnut? Why? Why? They do the same thing.
Yeah, Mega Alt's actually not that bad with Tapu Fini. But yeah, you're right. Suicune Tapu Fini, I'll scratch my head at the most. You really
Pharaoh
don't
and
need
Chestnut are literally do the same thing. It's just one is much better.
Yeah,
at
just
than the other.
Ferrothorn does it better.
One is much better at.
To be honest,
than the other.
I think I'm the only one here that is going to protect his double pick there, because Tapu Fini is good in its own self, and Suicune is also good in its own self.
That can make
I mean,
sense.
some
but why
teams
Pharaoh
are really
and
bad
Chestnut?
against fairy types, so then Tapu Fini is a good bring, and sometimes Suicune is just better because someone has more answers to Tapu Fini.
I mean, there's some insight there, I
You
suppose.
mean like my Mega Beedrill
Because
that one shots it?
I know the mindset there, just because I was going to draft both of them too, but this little motherfucker sniped me both.
Everyone sniped you, Shy.
Honestly,
No, Caleb
you
sniped
should
me
be
the
happy.
most.
You should be happy Caleb got those two, or at least got one. I mean, come on, man, you didn't both. I just think it just opened his team up for so many weaknesses. Like I remember whenever I played him, I had my fast electric type, and I'm like, I can just volt switch.
Yeah,
What's the problem with just volt switching?
there isn't one.
You guys
You
hit a
have
kitty.
Hidden Power Ice on it too. He's got Lando T. You just click Hidden Power Ice the next turn and it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
and he went for Scarf Swords Dance. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that must have just been a small fail or something.
No, he said in the chat later that he was trying to like fake that he wasn't scarfed, but then he locked himself into Sword Stance. And I'm like, what?
I don't fully
Like, I've
understand
heard
what the
people
deal
do that
is.
with Stealth Rocks, but not Swords Dance. There's like no point in doing that.
Yeah, I mean, the move wasn't exactly the best pick, but the fake out was at least a nice attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
He knew what he was doing, he just didn't know how to execute it.
I'm not sure if you said that right, but we're gonna roll with it.
I said it perfectly. It's okay. I speak English.
Okay,
That
so-
doesn't mean anything.
That was our overall thoughts. Give
Yeah.
give Caleb's team a grade.
Between what?
Like A, B, C,
Yeah,
D.
how are we rating?
A letter grade.
Yeah.
Wait,
A,
what?
B, C, D, F.
A letter grade.
I really can't hear what you're saying.
Letter.
A letter grade.
Oh, letter.
Who's going first? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I'll give him a D+.
Alright. Anyone
He had some threats with negative synergy.
Mason, Shy, either you want to go next or is it me?
Just shout
Okay.
it out.
Taking
You have a
another
thought,
look
shout
at
it
his
out.
team.
Fine.
I can. I'm probably going to say the same as Kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say like maybe a
was.
C because I like the idea of like Lando and Mega Altaria. It just some of the picks didn't really make sense.
I like losing to every ice type.
Like there are some picks here that if it,
That
he
boy
swapped them out for
Avalon.
something better, it would have made it just better overall. Like instead of
You see, I
duplicating
wanna-
things-
I want to agree with you and give him a C, but the only reason why I wouldn't is he took Steelium Z and he
Yeah,
has no
Steelium Z
steel
makes no
types
sense.
other than Ferrothorn.
Steelium Z makes absolutely no sense. So
You know
do wanna
what?
talk
We don't know
any
about Flash
trades
Cannon.
too, or are we just talking about his final team? Because he did make
Like
a
what
trade.
he ended up on. You can touch on trades. I know I counted Vicavolt on his team
Yeah,
or at first, but I remember that he got Houndoom. Like
yeah,
I'm gonna talk about Pony as Vicavolt on his team,
yeah.
not whatever he had. I don't actually remember what he had before, to be honest.
He traded Vikavolt for Slowbro, or he traded Slowbro for Vikavolt. But
No, he had Slowbro.
yeah, he
He-
had Slowbro. He traded it for Vikavolt. Pony did.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So next
So,
up, the reason why I asked if we were going to talk about trades is because they're kind of important for the next team that's coming up.
Sure is. Yeah, it made like 5.
Yeah, 4.
We didn't really have a trade cap in the season. We didn't
did
really care.
originally, but then we were kind of like, if Mason wants any hope at saving this team, he needs 4 trades. He
Hey,
needs
hey,
at least 4
hey.
trades.
The team was fine.
Alright.
It was just you that were shit.
So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was
now,
kind of the main problem.
clearly,
I was not
next
a
up,
singles
7th
person.
place was Mason Spike sitting here chilling. Started off the
So,
league with
anyway.
3 fairy types.
Anyway, Spike, yeah.
Solid 3 fairies.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
3 of them were decent Pokemon. You just had 3 fairy types.
Yeah, I mean, triple fairy is definitely weird. If he had to double up, I definitely fairy. He drafted like all of this weather too. He had so much weather.
Yep.
Both of his top picks set at sand and hail, which he then went on to draft nothing to abuse these weathers, like not a Stoutland or anything like that.
Hey, he got Mamo.
And yeah, he just didn't have the tools necessary. So I don't know how I felt about it, but I ended up against him, like not necessarily going into it like I was going to win. I was definitely a little thrown. But yeah, not a lot of synergy on this team either. And then he did go on to make some trades that really benefited his team, but I think it was too late in the season, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got you your
dropping
win.
Mega Leg.
They got you above Caleb with a win.
And then, the disrespectful explosion.
Yeah, who
That's
did
fun.
you win against?
Who has
was that
the
Mikey?
Megaladios?
Was
Yeah.
That would be Mike. That'd be Mikey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I beat Mikey.
Alright.
Wait, who are we talking about? Because
talking
it feels
My
like
team.
Okay.
Come on.
Did you not hear my rant on Spike's team?
On the weathers and the triple fairies?
Excuse me? You mean the beauty that is that team? I feel like you're all still knocking it, and I feel like I have an issue with this.
But he ended up picking up Zapdos, which added a lot of nice offensive pressure. Because did you have an electric type before Zapdos?
He did
Or
not.
did you drop it?
He did not.
Yeah, picking up Zapdos was really nice. Giving himself another defogger, as hazard stacking was pretty prevalent against his team before. He got Cloyster, which gave him his win. Just with the Shell Smash set, it was really, really nice against Mikey. I was super proud to see it go on. And yeah, dropping Mega Licks for just a bit better of a steel type. And allowing him to pick up his Mega, not necessarily a better steel type, I should say, but allowing him to pick up his another Mega and Mega Diancie was just overall a good move. And it did pay off, towards the end. And I think Spike's going to be ready for a heck of a season next year.
Hey, absolutely.
So on the final,
YeWen
final
doing.
thoughts
Hey.
on his final team, what you grading it, TP? How you feeling about this?
The grade for the final team?
Yeah, what you grading?
I shoot you like a C+. I like that.
Slightly
C+.
insulted, but fine.
Who's going next?
All right, B- over here.
Oh, YeWen's good type.
Uh,
What's the team?
are we
It's my
talking
team,
about
YeWen.
Mason's team, yeah. Spike.
Yeah. Does Shy have himself muted? I think Shy has himself muted.
Shy
Didn't
does have
realize.
himself muted. Shy.
No, he's got a type.
Nope,
No, we're
I
talking
muted
about
myself
Shy.
because I went away
Oh,
and
Shy.
took a charger.
Yeah.
His
So
team
Shy,
for season 1,
grade
yeah.
on Spike's team. Great on Spike's team.
Spike's team.
Yeah. Yeah, his team for season 1, YeWen. Talking about Spike.
Maybe I would like to give him a C.
Alright.
I gave him a B-. Okay, moving on.
Mason, you
I
grading
don't know
yourself?
who's next. I don't know who's next.
Next is Mikey, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, 4 and 6.
Yeah, we're in the 6th spot. Who's
He
who's
was 4
5th
and
if it's
6,
not Mikey?
Pony was 5th, I was 4th.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Okay, so Mikey. This was our coach that picked up the slack pretty much because J-Law had some personal stuff that happened. J-Law was
Yeah.
the original coach of this team. He ended up putting on a hell of a
You said
performance in the
wood?
beginning.
Okay, found a level 7 already.
J-Law,
Like that.
he had to go because of personal stuff, like I said. He ended up putting up a 4-1, I believe, before he stopped, or was it 3-1?
I think. Does anyone know what match it was? Like, was the last one that he played?
Shy.
It was Shy was the last one.
Because he was supposed to play. Yeah, he was supposed to play me for week 5, and I never played him.
So he was 3-1 because he lost.
Yeah, he was 3-1, and he gave it to Mikey, who proceeded to lose every game after that.
He got 1 forfeit win.
And found another 7.
Caleb.
Okay, well, I found your 3 with 7 woods. Like, I found a 4th one even for you.
Did he not win a single game?
Yeah, I don't think he did. He ended the season 4-6, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, 4-6 with a +1 differential.
So he won once, according to that. I don't know who he beat, but he won once according to that logic.
I really care.
Yep, he did.
You're not in their bubble.
Cut these replays and see who he beat.
He almost beat YeWen, but YeWen got some spicy hacks.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Let's see. Look at YeWen, Shykrow, J-Law.
Anyway, about his team, I think like a lot of people were typing up J-Law's draft during the draft. Like, wow, you're drafting.
Yo.
But he ended it pretty poorly.
Hey.
Yeah. Like the draft itself is a good draft. It is a very scary draft.
I think he ended it poorly, like with his last few picks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Minior and Vanillix aren't great.
Yeah, not quite understanding Vanilla.
Magus is, I can see why.
Did Minor even come once?
Yes.
Yeah,
I believe
yeah, he
so.
brought it against me, I think.
Yeah, I'd give it an A- overall.
Yeah, I'd go like somewhere between A-, B+, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I just don't like the end of it, so I'm gonna go with a solid B. I'm critical.
Of his last 2?
I'd give it a B.
Mason?
Yeah, man, I really didn't like how. Period. I think. I just don't. I see everything.
Find me a better fantasy core. Like, just find me a better fantasy core, though.
Then okay, Celestial, Megalodia, and Clefable. It's just really that core is just really defensive.
Yeah.
And I think you want a good mixture.
He's got Celesteela, which is good on offense, and Megalodios, which is amazing on offense.
Right, but I don't think it's good. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but I personally, it's my opinion, right? And I personally like to have a nice mixture of offenses, which I was gonna use. I was gonna use TP's Dragon Fairy Steel Core as an example. He has too much offense on his Dragon Fairy Steel Core. So
I think J-Law's balance between offense and defense is pretty good because Clefable can be offensive, Celesteela can be offensive, and so can Megalodios, obviously.
he's got clerics. He has like a nice mid-tier ground type. At least the way this league goes, where he picked it up, he got it and everything. So it's a nice.
Mike probably beat me.
It's very. I think. Well, all speed tiers are off. So I'm honestly.
Oh, it's still a level 5 one?
I say I wouldn't go. I say I wouldn't go above the plus.
You mean a 6?
Yeah.
Oh, there's the 5.
Alright. Mason, did you give him a grade?
Oh, wait, what?
No.
Talking about Mike, J-Law's draft, Mikey's team. Did you give it a grade? I think the general consensus is like
Mikey's
between an
team.
A+ and a B, or A- and a B+. Yeah.
I'd give it a B just because of the ending.
What's this one for?
Yeah, I agree. Like I just don't think
Okay.
Vanillix and Miss Magius was very beneficial
Yeah, 7
whatsoever.
with the food
Alright.
as well.
next up, we have 5th place, which is Pony, who definitely very easily could have been 4th place.
Yeah, Mister never misses a fire blast.
Yeah, his draft was very interesting.
I agree.
He had
Broke
Pikachu
even.
and the Pikachunium Z to start off with. Can we just get that out of the way?
I forgot it, honestly. Yeah, that definitely happened.
What did he end up trading Pikachu for? Was it Weezing? I think it was.
I think it was Big Bolt.
No, he's traded. I just had the trade page pulled up. He traded.
I think he did a
Pikachu for
double.
Weezing, Slowbro for Vikavolt, and then Amoonguss for Slacking. Which UU for PU. Who would have known it would be so good? Slacking put in work for him.
And the Pikachu for the Dragonium. Yeah, Slacking. I was going to host an award show, but it didn't seem like anybody was interested. But I knew for a fact Pony was going to nominate his Slacking as most offensive mon, and I honestly think it was going to win.
It would totally win.
I had
Slacking for most offensive.
with a lot of coaches in team building, and the first thing they talked about was, man, I really don't have to switch into this Slacking. You know, you can say it's easily countered by Protect, and heck, you would be right, but this thing, it's just such a revenge killer. And whenever you have to sacrifice that Protect slot, you miss out on some coverage that some coaches weren't willing to risk. Like, for instance, say I have Weavile, you know, I'm getting kills and such, and he brings out a Slacking, and it's at a relatively healthy health, and it's going to, like, kill something. You know, I had to take off Swords Dance, I had to take off Ice Shard, I had to take off some sort of coverage move to put Protect on my Weavile.
Yeah.
And now I can't do everything to his team that I want to do. And that's just one aspect. That's just one aspect. He's got Dragonium Z Garchomp, Mega Charizard Y, which never missed Fire Blast, so that really benefited him. Knockoff.
You're still so mad about that.
Because I would miss every Fire Blast. He had Espeon. His backup Steel type was pretty good too, even though they were both weak to Fire, and he had Sun on his team. That's definitely a little questionable. But they were both really good. Like Escavalier, I think he brought it once or twice. And he brought it a lot towards the end. And I know it put in a lot of work versus YeWen whenever they first met. Who was one of the playoff teams. So I really think Escavalier did well. I think he could have brought Vikavolt a bit more and utilized more agility sets, and I really don't understand Sigilyph. Weezing made sense to me because obviously his team is ridiculously fighting weak, and it needed something to sponge fighting hits, which Weezing is your guy for that.
Absolutely.
Because what a lot of fighting types will do to counter poison types is they'll run like Earthquake, but he's got Levitate. So you had to also have Psychic coverage, which is just uncommon versus most fighting types.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, it was a really nice team. And not to mention his core of Skarm Bliss was really all he needed most weeks. He very much utilized it. Assault Vest Muck could also be a nice special switch in.
I didn't think Slacking was too big of an issue because a lot of teams had a Ghost that they could just throw out against it.
Well,
my particular Ghost didn't like Earthquake, and then nice.
Sure, but he's got to click it.
Alright. So, we done with the conversation? We gonna move on to grades?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him I'm still gonna give him a B- because maybe even I'm not even gonna give him a C+ because his team doesn't have type. His team doesn't look like it has a lot of synergy on paper. Just because he's a good coach doesn't mean I don't like the draft. This is a C+ just based on everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree with you. I might even go down to a C just because, his first 6 picks are strong. Espeon is good, and then just everything else just kind of slowly goes down and down.
What do you take me for?
I'm gonna stick with C+.
B-.
All right, that's good. When did you say your thoughts grade wise? All right, he's not here right now. Moving on to number 4 spot, the head of the IBL himself, Mr. TP.
That's me,
Mr. Bossman. What we think?
I think I did great.
I thought he had an explosive start with Jirachi, Coco, Dragonite. I know I just said it's a little too offensive, but like, it's fine. It's such a good core. I need to, as Dragon Fairy Steel cores, you don't have to have the. He's drafting great mons out of his pool, and not to mention they besides
Is
Jirachi,
that the one that where you went to Leavenworth?
besides Jirachi and Coco, both being weak to ground, which I couldn't stand looking at on paper.
For Mike Carroll, though, right?
A lot of things.
Boo hit.
Like they had synergy in the fact that they hit different things.
Well, that means
Coco could U-turn into Dragonite for setup. Jirachi,
That was it?
Jirachi could just be Jirachi, and he didn't have to run the same sets all the time. You could run like special sets with like Flamethrower to counter Steel types. It was just, I really liked that little setup. And then he also realized he had a Steel weakness, I would say, in the first three, and picked up things like he originally had Mega Aerodactyl on the team, but later dropped it for Mega Beedrill, which was a very nice drop. Jeremy
Just made it scarier, which is hilarious.
That's his nickname for Empoleon.
Jeremy
And
Empoleon.
he drafted it at first. He drafted it at first as a meme, but I think it actually really worked out well for him.
Oh, it totally saved
Overall-
me in my first win, which was against you, and your only loss.
Yeah, that was fun.
Uh,
But it was a nice rocker for him. Really reliable Fog. Don Fan was really nice setup too. And then he just broke the hidden rule and he drafted Cresselia. With the adding of Z moves, I don't think Cresselia is as good. But come on, it's still a nice RU slot to go ahead and pick up. Just really bulky on the weak seed. Didn't feel like bringing Chi, I guess. Or you can bring
Brandon, I broke the rule and drafted Umbreon, so he's fine drafting Cress.
uh,
Well, and Kofag was really nice bulky wise too. Kind of ran down to slot. The NU slots are pretty self-explanatory. His obvious favorite was Incineroar throughout the season.
oh, of course.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
loved Incineroar.
Brought
The
Incineroar
offense
a
all the way.
lot.
I had
So
3 Intimidators,
overall,
by the way.
with the team, it's definitely hyper with some nice bulk offense aspects to it, and then just straight up walls like Afagragus and Cresselia. Donphan's even bulk offense, and then like Vaporeon too. Is just a wall, and it was his cleric in the team as well. I don't like that his cleric was.
I don't like Vaporeon as a cleric.
I think he could have picked something different.
Just because electric being so prominent and being very good offensively like that, and it's just, I don't think it's reliable as a cleric.
And you drafted electric terrain.
I did.
Yeah, so
I mean, I'm personally not shitting on Vaporeon for being a water type. I'm shitting on Vaporeon for being on a team with Empoleon. I think.
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Well,
I'm
the original
taking
goal
a
was to
fat-
trade away Empoleon, but then it started doing good.
I mean, if anything, you should have picked up like Seismitoad. I think that would have been amazing for this team.
Seismitoad was UU at the time of this draft. Just saying.
That is insane, actually. Well, just something along those lines. Quagsire.
Seismitoad in now, then.
I think he's an RU.
No, I think he's still UU.
If he's
No,
still
actually, there
UU,
was just a recent trade. There was a recent
Yeah.
trade.
He's an NU, yeah.
He's an
He dropped
NU
down.
now?
He dropped
Yep,
all the way down.
Wow.
Dang. Thanks, Seismitoad. I too. Sad. So good. Anyway, yeah, that's a nice little trade. So,
I don't like that you doubled up on ground types and doubled up on water types and doubled up on psychic types.
Yeah.
a lot of doubles.
A lot of doubles, unnecessary doubles too. That did bite you in the butt a couple times. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, with ground types, if you want to double up on types, at least make sure they don't share too many weaknesses. They share all the same weaknesses. You know, Dark doesn't cover ground in any way defensively. And
Yeah.
they both want to set up rocks. Well, one of them really wants to sweep, but they both can set up rocks, and you use Crook as setting up rocks a lot
Oh, I used
throughout the
lead-
season, just
I
lead
think
rocks.
I only used lead crook. I don't think I used it offensively once.
No, you
Right. So,
didn't. Which is, I think, a misuse of Crook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're bringing him, you slap a Moxie on that boy, and you're running a Scarf. I feel like that's
But,
the best way to use him in a draft league because he's just that good.
if you had to get a name, TP, you would be the comeback kid. Cause
For sure, man.
there is a point in the season where
Uh,
you could successfully say, I'm 3-4 right now.
yeah.
Or I'm sorry, no, you could say you 1-4 right
He
now,
was 1-4.
and you just went on to win every other game to make sure you got playoffs, and then gave me a hell of a game in playoff round 1. So, call him the comeback kid.
He was
honestly.
he was like 2-4. No, 1-4, and I think he just won out the rest of the season.
Yeah, he was.
Like he didn't lose a game.
He started with me and then won out the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Like you were 0-4, weren't you?
I got
Were you
6-0 by
0-3?
J-Law after I beat you, though.
Yeah.
Literally the week after I beat Ilkid, I got 6-0 by J-Law.
Okay, so you were 1-3 then,
Yeah.
and 1-4.
No,
Yeah, 1-4.
yeah, 1-4. 1-4, and then he
I
wins
lost
out.
to J-Law, and that's it. I'm winning.
Yep.
So good on you, man. Team though, I'm slapping a solid B on it.
You get a B
because
plus
of the
for me.
double-ups.
I like offensive teams, and I like yours. You get a B plus. Had you not doubled up on so many types, I'd be more comfortable giving you a solid B plus to A minus range. But B to B plus is where you're sitting, just because I do like the offense on the team.
Mason, Shy, you guys here? You guys haven't talked much.
I'm sorry, I'm playing the casino in Fire Red.
I see.
I just have much to say.
Well, what's your grade, buddy?
For TPST, why is it that I always forget part of your team whenever I think about it?
Jirachi, Coco, Dragonite.
I don't think I heard you guys.
Napoleon,
I
Donphan,
don't know.
Crash.
Hey, I literally just went to say something, you terrible
Yeah?
being. I don't think I heard any of you mention Hitmontop, by the way, throughout that.
I mentioned his NUs, and I said his favorite was center.
He didn't really use it on top.
Yeah.
Hitmontop showed
3
up quite a few times.
I used it 3 times, I think.
Release was talked about quite a few times.
It was
He was
talked
talked
a
about
lot.
bringing it, but I think he only brought it maybe three times max, I think.
So we could have at least said it was an underused mon, especially since there was times where he definitely could have just thrown a choice band on that boy and just let him go to town.
I am the king of underused mons, I think, this season.
Absolutely.
Salazzle, Umbreon, and
No.
Raibondi.
No, like I brought me in Shao once, and it never hit the field. I have yet to bring Delmise.
That's just a
I've
crime
got
in itself.
Uxie.
Delmaz is...
I brought Uxie once. I brought Salazzle once.
I think the person that took advantage the most was actually
And I think I brought Mawile twice.
he's brought Rhydon every week, and Miltank's been there a lot too.
Yeah,
Mega
that's true.
Manette, Rotom Heat is still
He's
considered
brought-
RU.
I
Look
brought
at that
Licky
a couple
Licky
times.
every week.
All right, little off track though. Though that's where your grade stands.
Yeah, B to B plus is what you get from me.
Solid B, that's what I shoot for in school. I'm good with that.
So-
Just for that, I'm giving you a C.
So next up,
Spite.
is YeWen.
I thought we had the Swedish Dream up next.
Yeah,
I haven't really
no,
been talking about the team names, but
I
I thought we were on the Swedish Dream.
Shy is next.
what?
Yeah,
Shy is
Shy's
6-4.
next.
Oh yeah, because you
You
actually
said,
ended
"Come
up
on, boy."
finishing second. I'm so sorry. I get it. I got
Yeah.
Okay.
The Swedish,
Shy.
the Swedish Dream. He's up.
The Swedish gay guy is what I. How
Could
we
you
feel?
stop calling me gay just because I like penis up my ass?
I guess. I suppose that's possible.
Beautiful.
You know what? We'll talk it over. We'll debate it, but no promises.
Speaking of the low tier,
Yeah.
well,
When it comes to low tier bulk, this guy's got it.
Absolutely.
Bisharp didn't get brought as it should have, and by nearly, I think you should have brought it against me. I don't understand why you didn't. But hey, used a couple of very tasty sets with Mew. Did stick to a lot of basics though. You know, it was either just okay, I'm gonna have offensive with U-turn and Z-move, or I'm gonna be defensive. Really, that's all he touched on with Mew. There's a lot of different cool things you can do with Mew. And I just
used
don't
Mew
think the
effectively,
creativity
though.
was tapped.
He didn't
But
need to
Mew still
be
served
creative
well.
with it because Mew is just reliable at doing what it does. You can get creative, but I don't think you need to. And he chose not to, and I respect that.
Obviously important to use the base 100 that can use every move to its full capability. Yeah, a difference in opinion, I suppose. He didn't have
Using it defensively, I think, is good.
did not have Kamo originally. He ended up dropping Reuniclus for Kamo, which Mew and Reuniclus made no sense. But
Yeah.
hey,
Especially with the lack of a dragon on your team.
so he picked up Kamo. It seemed to be one of the only for his team. I guess he thought that way, and that made sense to me as well. I think that Kamo had a presence in a lot of games, even though I didn't come as much. I think presence in a lot of games.
Yeah, it has. I brought it to a couple of games, but it died immediately in both games.
Damn.
Well, that's not Kamo's fault.
No, that's
I was
his fault for
terrified
letting a
of
red
Kamo.
bomb be set up.
Tornadus was rather nice too. In the same token, I mean, I think he might have brought it like 3 times, and it's his fastest mon, which I hate.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that either.
But yeah, it had its run too. It almost saved him a couple times, and did actually put in a lot of work a couple times. 9 times out of 10, I recommended he brought it though, so it's whatever. My Loden
It's
was
good bird
like
spam.
the thickness this game, along with Tangrowth for this league. It was really insane how well those two worked together. As Tangrowth took the generator off, the hits it took, and my Loden could recover. I think a lot of times I was talking to the team about how they were going to break Tangrowth. I just even talked to myself a lot about that because it was just so easy for him to switch out of whatever was scaring him into, say, Milotic or, say, Rhydon or Miltank, anything like those threats. It was so easy for him to just pivot out between the two of them. Definitely one of the more switch-in based teams, which I'm more of a fan of. I thought
What's the
pretty
switch in?
much saying he has to switch into a lot of stuff.
What's the switch in?
What?
I said, what's a switch in?
Oh, what is a switch in? I think so. What's the switch in?
No, what's a switch in?
Yeah, YeWen here does not believe in switch ins.
No.
I don't. I don't.
So overall, though, I feel like he missed a couple of marks. I don't really see anything on this team that screams at me that I'm freaking lose. He did play really well with everything. No, I really don't think Terrakion is as scary as a lot of people say it is, but it still is scary.
Terrakion came like almost every week, and he did pretty good.
Yeah, and then he had double fighting too, which I didn't really see the merit in. I gave Mo and Terrakion like almost the same mon, except one can set up.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm still gonna give him an A minus.
I'm giving you a B.
Really?
I'm giving you a B, and the reason why is because I don't like your mega pick.
Hey, don't hate on Bennett.
I was gonna say
I love Mega Bennett. Don't worry, but it's just on this team, I don't see it meshing well.
Your superior offense kind of outclasses it.
Yeah, like it's a mon that should be used for support and offensive purposes. So like you're going to be setting up a Will-O-Wisp on something with your Prankster, or setting up.
Which got hard nerfed because of the dark type thing.
Yeah,
wait,
exactly.
what did you say was my grade on my team?
I give you a B. I give you a B.
A B, okay.
Yeah, I like your team a lot.
Shy.
Oh.
Shy. You get an A from me. You did good.
Wait, I get what?
You get an A from me.
You're gonna cut out.
It's an A from him.
Yeah,
okay.
You get an A. You did good.
Thank you very much.
All right. So now we can talk about YeWen, right?
Yeah,
wait,
we can
Mason.
talk about-
What does Mason say?
Mason.
For your team?
Mason says he's playing video games.
No, I put that down. I just started doing random battles on Showdown as well. I'm easily distracted, if you couldn't tell.
We are trying to be semi-professional. I say as I.
Okay, you know what?
Horribly.
Yeah, it's
You know what?
I like it.
Based off this opening, no. Shy's team. I'll go B. I like Mega the Net on it though,
All right.
even if no one else does.
I do.
Thank you.
I do. That's what I do.
Thank you, guys.
But it still is outclassed by a superior offense. Like, YeWen had a
Yeah.
good point.
All right.
So, YeWen.
Now
Funny
we
how the
talk
two
about
brothers
hyper
got the top
offense.
spot.
What'd you say, Brandon?
Funny how the two brothers got the top spot.
Yeah, I mean, we're good at this. We've done this quite a few times.
So, right out the gate, drafts Kieran Black and Mega Mawile. And to my friend's perspective here, he fully believes that there is no core that can counter just these two mons. Bold statement, but it has some merit because it is pretty ridiculously threatening. Ended up getting up that speed tier with Zero Aura. I actually really liked how I balanced out his speed tiers here for the most part. There are some very obvious gaps, but he's got his fast mons, he's got his slow mons. And between where the cutoff from fast mons and slow mons, it's not as bad as it usually is. I personally hated the double poison on his team with Salazzle and Nidoking. I felt that a lot of mons were underused on this team, as he's already admitted to, but I'm kind of just going off of the team when I'm looking at. Selgor actually never got brought, and he praised
No, it
that
did.
so
I
much.
brought it.
Final Gambit did something turn 1. I think
He,
that was
I
Final
brought it
Gambit-
again.
Final
Yeah.
Gambit in my Rotom Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, it's got to kill, my friend. It killed that road meat.
So
It got one kill. That was it.
1-1. Yeah, and the offensive prowess of the team is obvious. You're not just clicking. You're not safe with most mons. You know, 2 core mons aren't going to work on any pair of 6 he has. You have to bring like so much bulk to try to take him on, or just like out offense him, which is really hard to do considering Kieran's natural bulk. So it's always going to take that super effective attack and then fire back with something you're probably not taking, because there aren't a lot of defensive checks to Kieran Black just in the game in general. So, yeah, I would honestly, because even though, and he believed in switching this season because he happened to get 2 of the mons that don't care about most of the metagame, especially paired together. And then as there was also Yuxi there. Didn't get used a lot either, and I think it had it well enough synergy with things like he didn't like bug moves,
I
but
didn't like bug moves. I didn't like a lot of the dark types because a lot of the dark types were pretty offensive, like Bisharp, Alolan Muck, Tyranitar.
so A- still, one of your better teams.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with like
There were things you always had to prep for. There were things you always had to prep for, even though I wasn't going to bring them. Like Mienshao, kind of have to have something for it, even though I'm probably not going to bring it because I just resorted to bringing the same 6 every week.
you barely
playoffs
brought
now, though,
Mega
so-
Mawile. Like, why?
The reason why Mega Mawile didn't come a lot is because the offensive power that I had with Sarah and Kieran Black, and like the good moves, like the good coverage that Nidoking had, it was hard to find the spot for Mega Mawile in there.
Because you wanted webs a lot.
Because I like having webs, because that allows Nidoking to just sweep a team like easily. He just, with a life orb, he sweeps just about every team
All right.
if there's webs up.
And for that one mon, your Scarf Earthquake, there.
So it's just one of those things where, okay, I need to have webs up, and it just makes me feel more comfortable in the fight, because having webs up when you're playing with hyper offense is so nice, because you're like, okay, I'm faster than everything now. And if you have a Scarf Mon, that Scarf is now negated. And so it made it so at that point I've got 4 Mons, and now I need a defensive Mon, Alomola, and I need a specially defensive Mon, Umbreon or Uxie, whichever one I was going to use. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where I couldn't find a spot for Mega Mawile.
Yeah.
If
I
I
like
didn't
the
care
team.
about webs, I would bring it more, but I like webs a lot.
Okay, so I would give you an A, just because I find your team very terrifying. And you don't really need that much defense because you have such an offensive team.
That's kind of how I play Pokemon. It's just, okay, my offense is going to be better than anything you can bring, and I'm going to just try to outplay you. It's basically how I play.
Yeah, because like everyone said, your team kind of forces the opposing team to bring more defensive mons than offensive. So it's kind of fucking it fucks your opponents up. So yeah, that's why I give you an A.
I appreciate it.
I'm sticking with B+.
Okay. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Shai said
Mason?
anything that he wants to say?
Mason, your grade?
A.
A? Solid A? Alright.
My
Next
turn.
up, we got the number 1. The one who's only lost once.
Gotta bring that up every time.
Kid.
Yep.
Every single time. Every single time.
Oh,
But I
of
beat you,
course.
so it's good.
So.
Oh, go ahead, talk, boys.
Zygarde 50%. Absolute monster.
Yeah, if I win this season, I'm probably gonna franchise it.
There's just, you have so much bulk on your team with things like Florges, Serena, a little Marowak, and then so much offense with things like Weavile and Mega Manectric. And it works really
I think,
well.
honestly, I was more scared of Ilkid's team than YeWen's.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's just,
Hey,
there's the offensive that you can't get a solid
Zygarde
solution for, and then there's the
very
defensive that
imposing.
you just can't break.
Oh, it's pretty ground weak, but other than that, yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, oh gosh, dude, you were so ground weak. Like, Nidoking looks at you and just kind of gets a little wet.
But then you have Golbat for most ground types. And
Yeah,
that's why I had
I
Stone
actually,
Edge on
from
my
here on
Dawn
out-
fan.
From here on out, no matter what, I'm actually going to try to set out to grab me a Nidoking switch in. From here on out, because for the last like 3 seasons I've played Pokemon, I've been in a league with YeWen, and he drops Nidoking all the time. So I just realized, I get to deal with Nidoking this week. What am I gonna do? I don't even remember what I did last.
Well, the obvious solution is die.
You
I really
didn't
don't
really
remember what I
deal.
did
You didn't
last.
really deal with it. It still killed like 3 of your mons.
Yeah, I truly don't remember what I did last time. I think what happened was you were like, you know what, let's just do this 50-50 if I outspeed this Heracross or not.
Because we speed tied. We had a speed
Yeah,
tie.
and you're like, okay. He even said the obvious play is to go ahead, break the sub with this mon, and then sack it off, and then bring in what you want to bring and do whatever you got to do. But he actually said, I'm not going to go with the faster mon. I'm going to try to get the speed tie and risk Nidoking. And he got the speed tie. So,
sometimes it pays to be ballsy.
yes, I can. So overall, yeah, I just didn't really have nice stuff for ground types. I found myself running Shykrow or trying to get 50 switches with Golbat. Because physical ground types I can handle quite well with Golbat, because Golbat can still take Stone Edges and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then, like against TP's Crook, knockoff weak.
Yeah.
And I had Serena, sure, but back to Nidoking.
Your team was very knockoff weak, which is, I mean, it's a case for a lot of teams, but
Nothing like losing their item. Yeah, I can't really prevent that.
having knocked off, losing either it be a Lumberry or like a Rocky Helmet.
I'd have a case if I didn't draft an EV Light user. I might be able to say I'm not as good as most teams, but because my EV, yeah,
because you have an Eviolite user, Marowak likes having a Soul Test to take those hits.
I think it likes
Heracross,
having
if it's running with
Bone
if you're
more.
running Heracross with a Flame Orb, it doesn't want to come in on a knockoff. So
I don't really care if I'm burned first, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
but there were some mons that couldn't get knocked off, like whatever your Z user was going to be in Silvally, it can't get knocked off. So
Yeah,
you had good ways to counterbalance that.
my leftovers mons didn't really care.
Nah, they were thick enough. It didn't matter.
Yeah. And that Manaphy was taking knockoffs from everything that I tried to knock off with at least every time I click knockoff.
Brandon, I know how It's tough for Brandon and I to grade each other's teams because we both know how each other plays and we know each other's play styles. And this team suits his play style very well. So for a Brandon draft, I'd give it an A easily because it just suits his play style very well. For a regular player, I would probably give it an A minus B plus. Just because there are some things that you have to know how to use and have to know how to deal with and how to utilize what their strengths are. Like bringing Serena on certain times, not everyone knows how to use it effectively. I know Brandon knows how to use it, so that's why I'm focusing on it.
So close. Calm down.
But
I know these things take a while.
You said it would take 30 minutes.
No, I didn't.
Yes, it did.
Whatever.
I would say if you had to pick an off like a month, I guess your MVP this year, Brandon, has to be Weavile, I think, because it just saved your bacon a couple times.
Yeah, I agree.
Just kind of one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, this is my. Oh wait, I have a band and it's got Ice Shard. We just click that and win this game.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
I think you did that on 3 occasions or something like that.
Well, I didn't. If you're talking about Mikey, I won. I wasn't banded actually. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I can my moves, and at least for Pony. For Pony's match, I actually forgot I had Ice Shard, and I played the entire match thinking I didn't have Ice Shard, and I switched out Weavile ready to lose, and I'm like, oh,
look at that.
I can click Ice Shard on this Scarf Chomp that's about to kill me, and then I won.
Yeah.
So I think I had a really nice season too.
Yeah. For a grade, I'm gonna give you an A. I love this team. It works. It did really well. Obviously, your first place for a reason.
Yeet.
I look forward to redeeming myself for losing to you.
Hey, if you ever get to it, Shy might redeem himself.
Come on. I get this mon named
I want
Ribombi.
revenge on that fucking Ribombi.
Let me.
Well, you guys should actually play relatively soon to get that over with. I think you guys really have to use it. Anyway, so one last question, one last final thought. Who's going to win the season between the playoff teams?
Shy and Spike give their letter grades for your team?
I didn't really hear anything. I didn't think they want
Q.
Q?
I got a Q.
Damn.
Dude,
That's like better than an A. That's insane.
No, it's worse than an A. It's worse than an F. It's Q.
No. You don't understand. Q is a godly letter.
Anyway, Chad, what do you think? Just give me a letter grade real quick.
And after this, offensive mon of the year, defensive of the year.
Yeah, I still might do that. I don't know. If I at least get 4 people to respond, I have 1.
I mean,
you see, I keep forgetting.
My offensive mon of the year has got to be Kieran Black. I think it had the most kills. I think I cracked 20 kills with the thing.
I don't know, but I'll go with that. Defense probably gonna be Aloe, right?
Absolutely Aloe.
Okay, and then thickest mon was Umbreon.
Yeah, because that thing just took a hit, and it just. I think against TP, he hit it with something. You hit my Aloe with something, I think, and it did like 12%, and it was super effective, I think. That was like cute damage there, buddy.
All right, so final thoughts, and I gotta go. Who is gonna win the season? The playoff contestants.
I'd like to say you, but I think both Shy and YeWen have a really solid chance.
So, who's gonna win? Give me a final answer.
I'm gonna say you. If I had
I'm
to
not
bet
gonna bet
on
against. I'm not gonna bet against myself.
You
here,
can't
Brandon.
necessarily vote against yourself. Here. I'm really just asking TP and Spike right now. The only people.
I'm betting YeWen.
YeWen or I win?
YeWen.
Okay.
Mason's my favorite person.
So Spike or Shy the underdog. Shy the underdog.
That's okay. So
Shy, listen.
I helped Shy prep. It's okay.
I mean.
Oh God, that's terrifying.
I mean, we'll see. It's one of those things where, like, if you pull off a win against me, I tip my hat to you. Because this Needle King is going to cause you problems, my boy.
I like how cocky he is, too. Like, he doesn't even care to talk about what is a threat.
Well, we know Needle King's coming. I think everyone here knows. Because the only thing that it doesn't blow a massive hole is Rotom Heat. And even then, I don't think Rotom Heat wants to take a Sludge Wave.
All right. Well, good talking to you guys.
Yeah.
We'll probably do something about the championship, whatever, something cool.
Yeah.
And I guess I'll do the award show if you guys actually send me your nominees.
I'll
Cool.
send them to you tonight.
You're asking work. I don't like this.
I will send mine to you
Brandon, you
tonight.
already know what mine are.
Because Pony's already clocked out. Well, just send them to me in a message, so I have them. And Pony's already clocked out, so he's probably not wanting to do anything like that. So I'm probably just gonna do a 4-team. Probably gonna try to do the top 4 teams. The teams that made playoffs are the only nominees. So
Oh, sweet. I don't have to do work.
yeah, you're good, Spike.
You just gotta
So I
vote
just-
on them.
So I
Oh.
just need. Actually, if you could send me who you think Coach of the Year was, cool. That's all I
Coach
really
of the
need.
Year.
Yeah, that's all I really need. Okay, and TV, you want to end this off?
Yeah. This.
Shy, if you want to throw down
This
you
horrid
can.
video.
It was
I
absolutely.
think you and I can
crushing.
throw down right about now if you want.
Do it.
Okay, can I go cuddle my girlfriend?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yo.
Alright.
Throw down.
But are
right
you
now.
free right
What?
now, Shy?
I'm gonna mute
Yeah.
myself in
I
the
got my
video.
first.
Though. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
Alright.
Let's go together.
So that's the end of the video. It was nice to chat with everyone. It was Hill Kid's idea. I think we had fun doing that. We gave everyone grades, all that shit. It was just a kind of a fun thing to finish off the season. We're all ready for season 2. I'm not losing, probably lying there, but that's okay. And that's the end of that. I believe I haven't uploaded the video. I might have uploaded the video by the time I am done with this. But I lost to Hill Kid. I lost to Hill Kid in the semifinals. Spoiler alert, I lost. So I'm out. No more IBL videos from me after this one. Yeah. I might be doing a Pokemon Reborn Nuzlocke soon. Look out for that. Don't expect more than 10 parts from it, because it's not going to happen. But, that's the end of the video. I've been rambling for too long. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.